What is up, guys? Teaminator back for another episode of Star Wars Legions. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to paint because y'all don't know how to paint. Just saying that. Just putting it out there, alright? I don't know how to paint either, so that's why we're going to do this together. Oh, and we also have a little bit of food in the oven because we have no oven! Pokey. Anyways, the reason why we're actually here today is to actually give you the tutorial. So, what I'm going to do is get a few primers, right? I'm going to grab some over here. What do we got? White, yes. Yeah, put that back up there like that, yeah. I'm not editing, I'm pausing and then fast forwarding so you don't see all the lazy bloppy boops. I need that and that. Man, our inventory is almost full with the amount of stuff we can carry. Alright, so today we're going to be doing the clone tank. It is the TX-130 saberclass tank. I did not memorize it just now. I memorized it last night. Yeah, I know. If only I could memorize my high school test like that, then probably wouldn't be here doing YouTube like this. Anywho, we're going to be using some flat gray paint primer, right? This guy is going to... We're going to use it on the guns and the operator's station. We're also going to prime this guy separate. So, the beginning of this video is going to start with how to prime. Only a minute 47 seconds in, and I'm still in the intro. I'm doing a little better. You gotta give me that. Now, for the tank's body, we're gonna actually... God damn it. For the tank's body, we're gonna be doing the white primer. This tank is kind of like a white reddish. I am gonna try and go for the factory theme for it. If I get any clever ideas along the way, I'll just do it like such. But what you want to do for your base sets, when you see them like get layered on some instructions, I don't think I have any out here for an example, but basically it looks like this in the assembly for the instructions. It basically has it say, put this on top of this in order to have it put together. Now, some areas are going to be able to be movable. So when this happens, make sure you have a little bit of play because then you can pose your tank and have a little bit more playability and viability to the cause. And you kind of get to focus on some unique details that you wouldn't have it on otherwise. It's just fun to do. Alright, so I sectioned this off in 3 different areas. That's for this tank alone. Actually, make it 4. We'll take these off. It is cold as hell outside. I was going to do this last night, but there was like a solid layer of frost outside, and it was like 2 in the morning. I'm like, might as well just go to sleep. There ain't nothing else better to do. It was cold as hell out here. No heater, so yeah. So we're going to section this off into 4 bits. So we're going to have the thrusters, lift, thing that makes it move, propel, you know. We're going to have the main body of the tank, and then the guns, and the personnel. Personnel is actually going to be different from the guns. Fun fact. That guy's going to be white. These are going to be gray. Those just... that's going to be gray on that side, and that's going to be white on this side. See, you have a little bit more time to think it through. You want to think through your process before you actually go and glue it all together. It's really hard to do, at least in the beginning, because you're not really aware of it, but once you play along, you kind of get a better feel. And then these guys, these are going to be white. This is going to be white. The undercarriage is going to be gray, just to be clear. I think that'd actually be pretty cool. Mainly so you have like a lighting difference in color scheme. Because also you have this. I'm going to color these like a light blue. That's going to come down later on. Sorry, it's getting cold out, so yes, mucus. We're going to have our supplies and Chewbacca next, and then the droid tank is going to be last. I will have an update once I get it all said and done. I'm going to prime these right quick, and we'll get right back to it. Alright, so we got this all primed. Let me move these right quick. Alright, so we got most of it primed just now. We got the undercarriage done a little bit. I'm going to do a little skip for that part because it was just simple stuff. So basically I primed it all dark gray on the undercarriage here. It's pretty nice looking. And then you look from the other side, it's a little bit lighter. So you can kind of see that tone. The prime is mainly for, from my understanding, it's something for the paint to hold on to. Because the factory plastic, it's soft. And what this primer does, the splotches, it hardens and creates these little cracks and divots for where the paint can fall in and basically lock itself in with that primer. That's at least how I can understand it. So I'm going to show you how to prime the larger parts of the sets for you to understand a little more clearly. So we're going to take the gray primer. Actually, no, we're taking the white primer. What am I doing? This kind of white primer is actually really good because it's really loose. So as you can see on the clone, if I can get it honed in, he's not entirely covered in the paint, which gives you the playability for painting him later down the road, but it also provides a base layer, and it actually shows some really good outlines for him. The looser the paint, the better, because the more cracks and the more crevices your little character has, it'll be able to fill that in a little bit more fluidly, instead of having it be all blotched up. Some of the droids I have, you can't even really see their eyes because of the style of those thicker paints over there. Just don't breathe it in. Get it focus. Thank you. All right, so we're going to get the whole top. So we're going to come in on an angle, kind of like an 80-degree angle. Catch the side. Catch everything that I can. It's going to have those splotches. Don't worry about it. It'll even out. Going to grab it and like wave it in the wind once we're done. Going to do the same thing for this side right quick. And then the other side. And again, we're not trying to completely cover it in this, but just enough for it to fill in most of everything. And we're just gonna get this up and over, back to the other side. You kind of see it's already turning out a little better already. Get the siding here. And I'm not necessarily worried about that kind of stuff getting hit, because that stuff is gonna get painted over eventually. If not, then I'm definitely gonna have to now. Kind of want to get a little bit of the undercarriage. Hit this again real quick. Make sure the paint's sticking pretty well. Might need to do it a couple times for this style of fluid, because it is, like I said, rather fluidly, so it's going to want to break up a little. And then just wave it out real quick. Make sure it's all attached while you do it, so you don't throw half your plastic all over the place. And then you got to go find it in your pack rats worth of shit. Yeah, none of most of this ain't my stuff. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're going to sell it anyways. Like I said, check out the eBay account. If any of you are interested or need some holiday gifts or things, go check it out. Comment, talk to me. If you want to talk down a price or something, you can try and work something out. But, Sukasa Mikasa. Get rid of them fingerprints. Make sure they don't know who the hell I am. Get a little bit of back under here. That should be it. Now, when you're done priming, it should look more or less like this. At least for the clone tank. If anybody has seen it, go pull up a picture of it. TX-130 clone saberclass tank. Yeah, that's a mouthful. So basically, that is going to sit on top of there. And then these, like, move up to the side and shit. These guns, I'm going to have all that stuff loose so I can pose this in multiple different ways. And so I can just, like, yeah, you know, just destroy my opponents. For these guys and all of this, I honestly want to make a separate video. I'll make a video of this stuff done being primed, and I'll show the practical paint effects. I'll do a little tutorial on one of the moisture evaporators, and I'll do a little bit more of an in-depth painting on the saber tank, just so I can complete it. You do see some stuff in the background. This is the airsoft. Oh, here's scenery back here. We'll get to that. So, for anyone who's interested in the airsoft, this is what I'm going to be running for my loadout, at least partially. It is HVK assault rifle with a pretty damn good scope. Here, I got it zoomed in here. I'll show you all real quick. Yes, this is going to be for future videos. We got the POV, right? We're going to have a GoPro sitting right here. Fucking running around. Got that thing zoomed in pretty nicely, actually. Got fired right there. It will hit right dead on spot. We got red and green. Gotta turn that off. Gotta save the battery. I don't have many batteries for it. Turn it off! Ah. Very, very difficult. So we got this, right? And then we got our little setup right here. We got 1911 somewhere. There we go. It's a gas back, blowback, right? Currently empty. CO2 canisters are over there. But it isn't the greatest. If you guys are trying to get 1911 for airsoft, I would not recommend it. They are very slow in firing and response. So because of that, they are not necessarily that reliable, because you're like, pew, pew. Like it's like you got to count several seconds before that thing goes off. And especially if you're wearing gloves, nah, it's a no-go, bro. This was the mask I'm currently wearing for it. Pretty cool. Check it all on Amazon. I'll put links in the comments down below, because by the time I put this out, I'm not going to have it on the description. But I will definitely have a link for it if anybody's interested in that. It's definitely badass out on the field. Yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed that video. I'll have plenty more content coming out soon. Don't worry. Got some barriers right here drying. Movement dials. I don't know what I'm going to use this blue sparkle for, but I'm going to use it for something other than these. If you guys are interested in some paint jobs and whatnot, and if you want to have some custom paint for Legions, hit me up in the comments, and can try and work something out and see. I don't know. I'm experimenting, see where all this goes. Anyways, till next time, this is Teaminator signing off. Bye-bye.